Hi, I'm Tricia Swenson.
And I'm Mark Sassy.
Welcome to Discover Gypsum. Come along as we give you a historical tour of this town and what's in store for its future.
Long before the resorts of Vail and Beaver Creek were even thought of, Western Eagle County was abuzz with activity.
Settlers first came to the Gypsum area in 1882, when there were only 4 ranches between Red Cliff and Glenwood Springs, and no wagon road into the valley.
By 1911, Gypsum was incorporated, and soon they had a blacksmith shop, general store, saloon, restaurant, hardware store, and 2 hotels. Now it boasts an airport and a thriving community.
Since then, the town of Gypsum has received several awards and accolades for their quality of life.
Here they find a balance: live, work, play, and be healthy. That's their motto, which is easy for them to do with their close proximity to the Eagle River and an abundance of activities nearby.
Come on, let's discover Gypsum.
Gypsum, when I got here in 1994, has always been a sleepy little town with a population of about 1,700. Today we're home to about 7,000 people, and it's been a great town to watch my own family grow up in.
The town of Gypsum is a very unique community. We sit at the far western end of the Eagle Valley. Predominantly, our residents are employees of the entire valley, and it is a very close-knit community.
The town of Gypsum is a very welcoming place. It's not highfalutin and fancy like some places, and the people here are down home. They're just everyday folks.
One of Gypsum's themes is live, work, play, and that's something that we've decided is kind of our motto here in Gypsum. It's a great place to live. We want to provide it to be a great place to work, and probably most importantly is we want it to be a great place to play.
The town of Gypsum is a Playful City, USA designated community, one of only a few in the state of Colorado. What this designation means is that we really do live, work, play, and are a healthy, active community. The town has over 12 parks. We have multiple access points to BLM land. We have fishing ponds right in our community. We have activities and community events year-round, and that's very unique to a lot of small towns, especially with our population.
All right, he's ready.
Eagle Valley High School, located here in the town of Gypsum, actually services 2 communities. It services not only the town of Gypsum, but also the town of Eagle.
And was actually ranked by U.S. News and World Report as being in the top 10% of high schools in the nation.
The town of Gypsum is actually home to the Eagle Valley Airport, which services the entire Vail Valley and really beyond that. That amenity is actually a wonderful gateway to our valley and to all of our wonderful amenities here in our community.
At 6,300 feet above sea level and along the Eagle River, the Gypsum area was a desirable place for early settlers.
These colorful characters exhibited a pioneer spirit and a sense of community that can still be found in Gypsum today.
Let's learn more from the Eagle County Historical Society.
Gypsum at one time had a bustling little downtown there along Railroad Avenue and First Street. And Railroad Avenue, logically, because the train came there and stopped there. There was a huge hotel at the corner of First and Railroad Avenue called the Skiff Hotel. People could stay there for the night and then disperse through the county wherever they were headed. Some were headed up to Red Cliff to the mining camps. The mining was up valley, but Gypsum was always about agriculture. Scandinavians who immigrated here understood the climate, they understood how to grow things. Potatoes proved to be a particularly good crop here in Gypsum. Gypsum was not only a ranching town, it was a colorful town. And it had adventurous pioneers who were very entrepreneurial. They weren't afraid to try new things. William Schliff is believed to be one of the first immigrants to come to Gypsum. He was a young man from Germany, actually came visiting with relatives in the United States and liked it so much he ran away when it was time to go back home. He lived the style of a Ute Indian, basically, and didn't wear all that many clothes until it came to the point where more settlers were coming into Gypsum, and some of the ranchers around got together and talked with him one day and said, "Bill, we've got women now, you're going to have to wear pants. Please do that." Another one of the early settlers was a man named Orrin Daggett. He is a prominent figure in Eagle County history. He went on to become quite a crusading newspaper editor. He was always pushing for the betterment of the county. His historic papers are a delight to read. There's nothing objective in them. Brothers Sam and Frank Dahl came from Ohio. They loved horse racing. They also liked to gamble, and they developed a theory that if they could raise thoroughbred horses in the Gypsum Creek Valley at a relatively high altitude, then ship them to the racetracks in Chicago by train, these horses would have greater lung capacity and could race faster and longer and stronger than the horses from the Midwest. We are sitting in the historic Lutheran Church in Gypsum. It was built in 1890 by the Scandinavian immigrants who came here. The church, though, was also used by other denominations. This was a small, struggling pioneer community, and they were generous about sharing the church. For example, when a woman named Sarah Doherty, who was beloved by the community, died, she was an Irish Catholic. They let the traveling Catholic priest come in and have the funeral here out of this Lutheran church. The Ladies' Aid Society in Gypsum was a very prominent group that got things done. They were a political force, and they were also a social group. The Ladies' Aid Society was anti-drinking, and ahead of Prohibition, they persuaded the Gypsum Town Council to ban alcohol in Gypsum. And the ban on alcohol didn't go over well with the newspaper editors of the day. They started writing poems and stories in the newspaper that would say, well, if you want to drink in Gypsum, it's going to be tea. The current Gypsum Town Hall is located on what was once the Lundgren Ranch. Eventually, when Gypsum decided to build a town hall on that property in about the 1980s or 1990s, they needed to move the historic house. The other option was to destroy it. Fortunately, there was a buyer interested in having the house moved. They packed it up on a really snowy, cold winter day and settle it where it is now, which is near the junction of Gypsum Creek and Eagle River. It has since been developed into a restaurant. It's known as the Rittenhouse, and it has definitely a lot of historic charm to it. Similarly, the Lundgren Barn, they were able to leave on the site of the original Lundgren Ranch, develop it into the theater, which is now the center of the Gypsum Day celebration and of the activities here in town. Gypsum undoubtedly got its name from the Gyp Hills that surround the town. I don't believe it was until about the 1980s that people realized what a valuable resource that gypsum was, and the wallboard plant was established. It makes a product that's used all over the United States. Gypsum is a strong community that people are proud to be a part of, and it has a strong community spirit.
Looking for some big fun in a small town?
When we return, we'll tell you all about the concerts, movies in the park, and all the other events that make Gypsum so unique.
Gypsum has been a draw for many because of their diverse array of events they host each year, many of which are held right here at the Lundgren Amphitheater.
Part of the amphitheater used to be a barn owned by the Lundgrens, a Scandinavian family who was one of the early settlers to the area. Let's find out more.
Lundgren Theater is an amazing amenity here in the town of Gypsum that a lot of people don't really know about. It actually used to be an old barn that was converted into this state-of-the-art amphitheater. We bring a lot of entertainment and talent to our community via this stage. So Lundgren Theater is really in place to not only draw people to our community to see what a wonderful place it is to live, work, and play, as well as to come and enjoy what we have here to offer.
So good.
We have a full calendar of events throughout the year. It kicks off in the spring with our Easter extravaganza. It's a Easter egg scavenger hunt as well as an aquatics hunt. We have live entertainment. It's a fun event in the spring. In the month of June, we have a series called Movies and Music. Movies and Music is every Friday in June. We start with a live regional or local band, and then it's followed up by a feature film on our big inflatable screen. The third weekend in July is our signature event, Gypsum Days. Gypsum Days is 3 days of lots of fun here in a small town. We start on Wednesday evening with a Vail Bravo concert. Thursday is our Praise in the Park event. It's basically an evening to come out here to Lundgren Theater, enjoy friends and family, and listen to some fantastic music from local churches. After that, on Friday, we have our Youth Talent Show. Our Youth Talent Show features kids from all over the valley. They jump on our stage. It's their one opportunity to have their moments in the spotlight. And then after our Youth Talent Show, we have our local showcase stage, and we feature our regional or local band. Then things really heat up on Saturday with our 5K race, then our community parade that runs down Valley Road. Then we have a classic car show that features over 120 cars, probably the biggest in the area. Then we have our Midway area with merchants and shopping, lots of food. We have a free kiddie playland, over 20 to 30 attractions that the kids can jump and play on. Then in the evening, things really heat up with our National Talent Country and Western concert. We've had names such as Leanne Rimes, Easton Corbin, Big and Rich, Rascal Flatts. And we've had over 20 years of concerts and events here on our Gypsum Days stage. Some of the feedback that we get about Lundgren Theater is that it is a little oasis here in a small town. Most folks don't realize what a wonderful community this is and all of the amenities that we do have. Lundgren Theater is one of them. When I bring new events or new concerts or new event producers to this venue, they're surprised that it is as state-of-the-art and as wonderful as it is here in this sleepy little community.
Gypsum was recently awarded the honor of being a Playful City USA.
And although there are plenty of recreational opportunities outside, there are so many ways to stay active indoors as well.
Let's take a look inside the Gypsum Rec Center.
The Gypsum Recreation Center opened in 2006, and it was built with funding from the town of Gypsum and the Western Eagle County Metropolitan Recreation District. The Recreation District had a mill levy increase in 2002, and right after, the town of Gypsum had a sales tax increase that helped build this building. It's a $13 million building, 57,000 square feet, and we offer everything under one roof. Often we get asked, what do you offer at the Recreation Center? And we answer, what do we not? We've got an amazing pool with fun pool features for the kids. We've got a 5,000 square foot gymnastics center, a gymnasium, indoor running track, and state-of-the-art fitness equipment, both cardio and weights as well. We offer fitness classes for everybody of all levels, anywhere from our senior classes in the morning with silver sneakers and water aerobics and chair exercises, all the way to our interval training, our Fury fitness program. The Recreation Center also offers yoga, Pilates, and different spin classes as well. We offer a lot of youth programs. That's really what we emphasize. Although we are a community center and we want to be everything for everyone, we really focus on the kids and the families. We offer swimming lessons and swim team. We have a gymnastics program that is second to none. And we also have our day camps, our sports camps. That's lacrosse, dance, basketball, baseball, you name it. Above and beyond everything that we offer here at the Recreation Center, we also offer the GRC Race Series. That includes the Neon Dash that we run in the beginning of the summer. We have a nice sports expo and fitness expo that we kick off the spring with. Our Dirty Dozen, that's always a fun one, a fun race for kids and adults. And then the Oktoberfest Zombie Run is a fun thing that we do outside as well. And all of this we partner with the town of Gypsum.
Don't go anywhere. More Discover Gypsum when we come back.
Up next, we'll let you know about Gypsum's bright future.
Welcome back to Discover Gypsum. A true sign of a healthy community is construction and ongoing improvements in and around the town.
Take a look and you will see that Gypsum is on the grow with plenty of exciting projects.
Some of our projects that we're currently working on is Lead Reservoir. It's about 18 miles up Gypsum Creek, and when we're said and done, it'll be a 947 acre-foot reservoir. We're excited to have that done, and we'll start filling it in the spring of 2016. We've also just completed a project out on I-70 and Highway 6 where we contracted with the design workshop out of Aspen to really give us a new aesthetic look to our image as you come into the town.
First impressions go a long way, and the town of Gypsum is working towards enhancing the landscaping around the Interstate 70 interchange, as well as improving the view of the overpass from the highway. With Gypsum growing, housing needs are on the rise as well.
There's lots of great home projects going on right now. Sky Legend, Buckhorn Valley, Stratton Flats, Habitat for Humanity has a great project going on.
Habitat for Humanity enjoys their relationship with the town of Gypsum because of the support they receive. It's a true team effort.
We feel really excited about what we're building at Stratton Flats. When the opportunity came up to acquire land here, we were just so excited. We feel like this is such a wonderful community for working families. There's so many things that Gypsum has to offer. Working with the town has been awesome. American Gypsum provides all of the drywall for these homes, and that was a relationship that came through the town of Gypsum. So we're very grateful for the town's support, and I think this is a great place for hardworking families to live and put down roots.
Habitat for Humanity not only builds safe, decent, and affordable homes, but it also practices measures that are environmentally focused and energy efficient.
We build our homes to meet LEED certification. They're highly energy efficient. We build with what we call structural insulated panels, which are highly energy efficient, and they're also very volunteer friendly to put up. We build extremely energy efficiently, and then we also put in solar panels for photovoltaic electricity on the roofs.
By building these homes with efficiency in mind, Habitat for Humanity can create homes that have more cost-saving measures built in for their residents. Beyond Stratton Flats, the town of Gypsum is building homes in Buckhorn Valley. Here's more about Hawk's Nest.
Hi, I'm here in Buckhorn Valley. It's part of Gypsum, Colorado. It's about 400 acres total in the planned unit development that was started in 2000. There's roughly 200 homes here and about 100 vacant lots, and there's 567 lots of houses, multifamily houses to develop. The total project has a lot of open space. It has several parks. Some of the parks were developed in conjunction with the town of Gypsum. We have 3 or 4 soccer fields and a lot of open space. You can actually hike from here all the way to Vail or to Aspen without ever touching public land or a public road. Right here behind us is Hawk's Nest. Hawk's Nest project is going to be 60 homes in 30 buildings, and it's said by the National Association of Home Builders and others in the industry that each new home creates 10 permanent jobs overall. Eventually you could see in Eagle County an influx of 600 new jobs overall from this project and from the other 300, 400, 500 remaining homes to be built here in Buckhorn Valley. The Hawk's Nest project is designed to be for the target market we have here in Gypsum. Young families, people that like the location, they like the nature of the open space around here, they like the friendly atmosphere. So we're real happy to be here in Gypsum, and we especially like this project.
It's amazing to see the growth of a town that was started over 100 years ago.
Stick around. More Discover Gypsum when we come back.
Responsible growth, gathering input from their citizens on improvements, and a strong focus on quality of life is what makes Gypsum a community.
That pioneering spirit from the early days and a sense of taking care of their own is still present after all these years.
The town of Gypsum has a government that is really set up to help people, either to live here or to be in business here. And the Community Development Department, the Public Works Department, the engineers, the town, all the town staff, and the council are really encouraging. I've literally worked all over the world in land development. This is the best place I've been. And I like the recreation facilities that you have here. The parks, the open space, and the recreation center really add a lot to living here.
My favorite part of the town of Gypsum is really the small town community atmosphere. Everybody knows everybody in this community. You go into the recreation center and you know a whole bunch of people. You say hi, everybody knows everybody by name. And that's a wonderful place for myself and for my boys to grow up. I really love to have that small town sense of community.
This is a great place to raise a family. I've got 3 daughters, and the friendships we've made here and the politeness of our community is really outstanding. And you can see that come to life here at the rec center. You can see that at the high school football games. You can see that at almost any function that happens, whether the town's sponsoring it or not. It's just a great place to raise a family. It's a safe place. There's good schools. There's good trails to get around town. You can ski one day and golf down here the next in many cases. So that's one of the reasons I love living here. So we want to encourage you, if you have not had a chance to visit the western end of Eagle County, come see Gypsum and learn what it means to live, work, and play.
We hope you've enjoyed learning about the heritage and future of Gypsum.
Come spend some time here. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you down in Gypsum.